That's our signature move. If you guys remember when we were in the studio, if you stayed till the last act, you saw it go down. Yes. Let's jump right into some girl chat. Y'all feel it? Lonnie, you never do the move with us, Lonnie.
I'm feeling
Thank
it.
you, guys.
Look at
Come on,
this.
Lonnie.
Got it.
Just one time for the Friday. Come on, Lonnie.
If you're at home right now and you're watching us, just get up. Just get up wherever
Yo,
you're at and
move your
just
body.
hit it one good time.
Ever since
Yes,
Lonnie got a plant,
America.
she thinks she's all mature and too grown for this. Well, let me tell you, you're not. So first up, let's get into girl chat. Studies have shown, guys, that even though they may say they will, get this, most men will never leave their wife for their lover. But what about the ones that do? Have you ever wondered that? So a recent Reddit forum asked married men who got divorced to marry their mistress to keep it real about how it turned out. And while some admitted to finding happiness, a lot of men, go figure, admitted that once reality sunk in, that the grass was actually greener on the other side. Guys, are you surprised by these responses? And do you actually know any real life cases of men that married their mistresses or vice versa and how it all turned out?
Wait, did any of you guys actually read these stories? Guys, there was like 756 stories. And just scrolling through, the stories were wild. And sadly, a lot of them was coming from the perspective of the children. It was like, my dad left my mom for his mistress and married her. And then it would take a left turn of like, and then the mistress ran off with someone else. They got married a fourth time. And that mistress then left. And he's now an alcoholic and he can't get his life together. Like, really sad.
Yeah, I agree. And I also feel like the way you got him will most likely be the way you lose him, right?
Yeah.
So we've all heard that
you reap what you
men
sow.
have been doing it forever. Right, exactly. Men have been doing it forever. I feel like the grass is always greener on the other side. And now we have Photoshop to make it even greener, if you know what I mean.
The statistics is that if a marriage begins with an affair, 75% chance of a failure. 75%.
Wow, that's huge.
So that lets you know.
That's
you know?
huge. Guys, have you ever heard the actual numbers scientifically about the in-love experience? I'm not gonna lie to you, this to me was groundbreaking in my life. When I actually started realizing what was even happening inside of my relationships, I would get with guys and fall in love with them on a scientific level. Like literally, there is a chemical that our bodies release, I believe it's serotonin, and it makes us feel the feelings of being in love. Meaning that, you know how they always say love is blind? No, legit, this chemical that is released in our body allows us to ignore red flags, annoyances that other person may have, flaws in their character, like so many things that we just don't see because we are instinctively in love with this person. Like it's instinct. It's like animalistic almost.
Right, that's why you shouldn't sleep on the first date.
So get this. That feeling literally scientifically can only last for 2 years. And get this, in the studies, it actually says that it can last 3 years if the relationship is secret and sneaky. So it actually elongates. It elongates the chemical in your body for up to 3 years. So you have these people marrying people that they haven't been with for longer than 3 years. And most of the time it is that in-love chemical. And once that in-love chemical is no longer in their body, now it's a decision, a choice that they have to make. Exactly.
And for my friends, even though
you're like, who's this dude?
I don't have a large circle of friends that, you know, that I can survey, but from the ones that I know that have gotten in relationships where they've stolen that person from a cheating relationship, I ask them honestly, as women, are you confident in your relationship? Do you trust him? And the answer is always no. They have to have access to their passwords. They check on their phones when they're not around or when they've gone off to the shower. And a couple of those friends even have tracking devices on their cars. I don't get it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I agree.
That's just
I
called
do believe that
desperation.
people can change, but I think it is you're taking
You say
such
this
a
all the
slim
time.
chance. I do, only because
always
I've
say
cheated
this.
before. You know I say this
so wait,
because I've
speak on
cheated
this.
on exes. I've cheated on exes, and I've also been in relationships where I never cheated. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I cheated on one boyfriend and then was with another
but
boyfriend for years
It's different
and
when
never
you're
cheated
dating
on him.
versus married. It's different.
Right.
And
I mean, I wouldn't cheat in my
think
marriage.
And that's the whole thing, is that I feel like if you get married and you want to divorce, I think you should divorce because of this person that you are currently with. I don't think that you should divorce because you found somebody new. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like,
there has to be
there's
real underlying issues.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I
Not
wanna
because,
say,
I
Adrian-
think somebody's better.
Adrian, I can only speak of this because you're mentioning it in the past, but I believe that the reason why you cheated when you did at those times is because you were either being cheated on or you were in some type of hostile, unhealthy relationship, so you wanted to protect yourself
This is
by
true.
doing it back. Whereas today, I'm careful with that advice about cheaters being able to change because you have situations with addictions like compulsive cheating, serial cheating,
That is
sex
true.
addicts. So you cannot
Yeah.
say that cheaters can change because there are different type of cheaters that have medical conditions that need a lot
Very
more
true.
help than just saying,
Very
oh, they'll
true.
change. Because there was a reason for yours,
You
and
know-
not saying cheating is okay.
And some people
I
just a
want to
dog.
say this.
Right.
Yeah,
And then
some
there's
people
that,
are just
Bonnie.
say
And
this.
then there's that. And then there's that.
During what we've gone through in the past year and then now into this new year, I don't know, just as a family, we've really been discussing the human condition a lot. I don't know why. In my home, I get into these like extra deep conversations with my brother-in-law,
Oh,
Jared,
I
and
love
like
that.
we're always
FaceTime
talking
me.
about, oh my God, like we have like the deepest family combos. And ultimately it comes down to the constitution of who somebody is. And
Yes.
that our actions don't always properly reflect the constitution of who we really are. Some of the decisions we've made in our life that are terribly flawed don't always reflect the true constitution of who we are. A lot of us have made mistakes and done wrong things, but ultimately, you should choose a spouse based on the Constitution, and that takes time to learn who
Yes.
somebody
Okay.
is and what they're capable of and why they do the things that they do.
But you also have to be in a place where you recognize that, though.
Yeah.
You know, if
Yeah.
you're not,
And that the
if you're
human
not
condition
together,
is
you're not gonna
flawed
recognize
regardless.
that.
We're all flawed
Okay,
in
so
some
then
way,
I
shape, or
ask the-
form.
Right.
I asked the question that everybody has different opinions to. Can people be born evil? Is that too deep for a daytime talk show?
No, I don't think that is.
No.
I think there
No.
are people that are not good people. I 100% believe that there are people that innately they choose to not be good people. Yes, I think that is real.
I was at a restaurant and I was having lunch with a girlfriend, and I remember I happened to look up because we were sitting down. I looked up and this woman walked behind my girlfriend to go sit at another table. I have never felt someone, their aura was so dark in my life that I was actually afraid to look at her again. There was something really dark about her, and I thought, that's somebody who, I don't know what she does, where she's been, but there was something really dark about her. So I believe
Are you
can
sure
be
it
that
wasn't
way.
bad cologne?
I just thought about this, Jeannie. Jeannie, this
Some
is my
people
final
smell
answer, and I'm
or
curious.
just look funny. I get that feeling about women with bad eyebrows. There are some women out there who got some eyebrows
know
done, and
what?
I'm like, there's a dark spirit on you. I can't even make eye contact with you. I'm just being honest. So I don't know if it was something else that
gotta
threw
say,
you off.
I ultimately think this. I think that children are born innocent and pure with good. Like I think we all ultimately have a decision on what and who we become. I think we have the decision to make. Like we all have qualities that it can either be used for good or for bad. You know what I mean? Like I think there are things that are innately in us, like being extra passionate or being right, and then you ultimately make a decision whether or not you're going to use those gifts, those talents, those God-given things that are placed inside of us for good or for evil.
Yes,
and I
but
think
then,
we
Adrian,
can
you
all
have to
go
account-
either way.
But you have to account for mental disorders. Some people don't have that access to those decisions or those choices because your mental disorders tell you you are this person even though you're not. Like you have to remember
Right.
that too.
Well,
like not
that's
everybody
why you
has
need to go to
the
a
power to
doctor
see that
then.
light. Yeah,
But
right.
also,
right.
that's why you have things like church and spirituality to teach
community.
you certain
The
ways.
balance
And the real.
community.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
It's all
community.
Look at the
about
light right
Yeah.
here, guys.
I do
Yeah.
believe Jesus can change anyone. I do believe that. But I do agree that God also gives us wisdom to maybe not date a psychopath.
A good
All right.
cocktail can help you too.
This is a good cocktail, some sleep, and some good sex.
And some
All right,
sleep
up
and
next.
some.
One of our favorite Instagram sites, Spiritual Word, dug up a meme that has people flipping out. It was from Twitter user Trophy Irby, who said that if you're with a man and he flips his phone over on the table, he's hiding something or he's cheating. So, ladies, what are your thoughts on the phone flipping? Is he cheating if he does that?
He's
think
doing
that's
something.
extreme.
He's doing something.
It's
You think
Garcelle?
what?
I think it's a little extreme.
You? Really?
What? Don't
You think it's an
I mean,
immediate sign that he's cheating?
No, I don't think it's an immediate sign, but there's something he doesn't
Okay.
want you to see, or maybe he just wants to be focused on you. There could be that, but I'm saying
That's
I think
generally-
the light
say.
or the notifications might be annoying also. The light of it, sometimes I could see somebody just putting it down for that purpose. But guys, you can't just judge it by one thing. My thing is
not by one thing.
I don't know. Being in a relationship, and maybe I had been in so many relationships where like people put their phones on airplane mode before they went to sleep. They had multiple phones. They always had the phone down so I could never see a notification. That being in a relationship where if I said, hey, I need to use your phone for something, it was literally like, oh, the code is 1024. Like here it goes. Like
Right.
just this, that it made me go,
Yeah, I was.
what the heck? Like,
Yeah, I think we should
Whoa,
rewrite
like-
that rule. I think it should say instead, the partner that refuses to share their password with you is the one you should be afraid of cheating.
yeah,
like it should be that.
just
not,
this
not flipping the
natural
phone over.
thing.
No,
I had
not
never
just flipping the
experienced
phone.
that
You can't
before.
go by one thing.
I had never experienced that before, and that to me was like life, not being funny, life changing. It's the man I ended up marrying because I didn't know that it could be that easy to just be like, oh, this is what it is. And what an amazing, freeing life it must be, not just to receive that, but to live a life where you're not afraid for somebody to look through your phone, because what you got in there, you feel peace about.
Right.
Like you
Yeah, but
literally
sometimes
just like
people
here.
just want privacy. Sometimes people
Privacy
want
from
privacy, and
what?
maybe if they're at dinner, they just do
Privacy
this. They
from
want
what?
privacy.
Right.
Privacy
They-
from
people-
what?
Sometimes people
well-
just want to keep their business to themselves. You don't have to always be in
Right.
everything. It might be a surprise that he might be planning for you. So what I'm saying
do
is
you
stop
need to know-
assuming everything and let things just be like they are. When it's
Right.
your
Do you
time
need
to
to know
find out if
everything?
he's cheating,
But
you'll
because
find out.
I've been given,
Right.
because I've
Do
been
you
given
need
that
to
kind
know
of security,
everything
I
that
never
he's
go
doing
through my
at all
man's phone.
times?
No, I don't go through his phone ever, because I've
Right.
been given that confidence.
I like flipping over people's phone for them so they know I really don't care. So I really don't want to look. I flip over Jay's
Yeah,
phone.
it's just-
I flip over Adrian's phone if it's doing too much. Like, I don't want to know.
But
it's
there's-
too much.
But Jeannie, there's a reason why you're able to do that, because you have been given the confidence to do that. And I think that is the thing, is that inconsistency breeds insecurity. If you are consistent with somebody and trustworthy, there's no need for them to be, he walked away, let me see. No, there's something that
No, I
happens that
agree with
shifts
that.
in your heart that makes you
yeah.
go, I know I don't need to do
Yeah.
that. I don't need to do
see
that.
it. Right.
I
And
pray
whatever's
everyone
done in the dark will
experiences
be
that.
revealed anyway.
You better preach,
It will be
Garcelle.
revealed one day if he's up to something.